Hello again, it's me, Debbie from White Pine, and today's video topic is a favorite activity of mine in the winter. And this activity is when it snows, we go outside into the woods and we look for wildlife tracks. Now, it's a favorite activity of mine because I love seeing the forest come alive with all these different stories of squirrels hopping around, the deer moving about the landscape, and seeing where the fox has trotted along. But when it comes down to snow tracking, I'm going to show you what you should do when you approach a track, because you don't want to step on it by accident, because then you won't get to look at it. And also what you can look for in the snow. And there's a lot of markings in the snow, so I'll show you the simplest one I can think of. But first, let me show you the White Pine etiquette of what to do when you approach a track and what you should do. Check it out. So a really important part of tracking with your classmates and everyone else who's going to be out in the field with you that day or that week, the snow will ebb and flow and creatures will come and go as they please. But the best way to practice tracking with many people may want to look at that track. This is what we do at White Pine to make sure everyone gets a chance to look at that track. So I'm just back here at my deer track that lead up to the condos. And all I'm gonna do to start is I'm gonna make a circle around it, like nice, draw a beautiful circle so that everyone knows inside that circle, I have something that I found that I think is really awesome and cool that an animal's left behind, left a footprint behind. And I wanna make sure everyone gets a chance to see it. So if you see a track that's circled like that, all you gotta do is make sure you do not touch anything inside the circle. Because once you make a mark or once you step on it, that track is gone forever. And it might have been a really cool and awesome track to see. So please do your best to be respectful of any tracking circles, and hopefully there will be a little flag next to it as well. I just don't have one with me today, but yes, they will be flagged so you can see them from far away. Okay, so please do your best. I believe in you. So now that we talked about how to approach a track and make sure that everyone gets a chance to see it, I wanted to point out a simple thing you can look for when you're wildlife tracking. Because once the forest is full of snow, there's lots of marks that the snow can have. And some of it can be wildlife and some of it might not be. But to make sure it's wildlife, I have a simple trick. So here I have a drawing I made of my impression of deer tracks. And we can pretend that the white paper is snow. And all of this fresh snow is falling and nothing else has touched it except a beautiful deer has walked through. And we know it's a wildlife animal because it makes a pattern as it moves. It's not just one hoof, one track. It's a set of many that go along a trail or they string together. So that's my best way to know if I'm looking at a wildlife track or if I'm looking at something else. So I look for marks that line up together. Here's another one. So another example is I have my best impression of I have drawn these beautiful bird tracks, my impression of a turkey. And again, it's the lovely string on this beautiful canvas of white snow that a turkey has walked along and walked to the edge of the paper and beyond. Who knows where that turkey has gone? I do just want to say, watch out when tracking in the snow, for the sunshine and the heat sometimes melts all that snow in the trees and can make a mess of the snow, and there might be a lot more marks than you know to do with. But the key here is always look for a trail or a string of tracks together that look like they could be wildlife. So good luck with looking for wildlife tracks. So I hope you're as excited as I am to get out there and look for some wildlife tracks. I hope you stay curious to see which mark is which, and I hope you feel confident and all the animals that you see. So remember, try and be kind to your fellow classmates and not step on the tracks so everyone gets a chance to see it. And if you're looking for wildlife in the snow and there's a lot of snow cover, look for a trail or a string of tracks to be more certain that you're definitely looking at a wildlife trail. And just to close the video, I got one cool video I'd like to show you of a trail I found that I'd like to show you. Check it out. So I'm close to my house right now, and I really want to show you this funny track pattern, because a creature came towards my driveway, which is right here, and it was walking towards the driveway this way, and then it stopped and said nope and went back into the woods, which I thought was really funny. It made a U-turn. And to give you a hint of who this creature is, this creature says gobble gobble, and it's yummy during Thanksgiving.